What is up? It's your boy Spready Roosevelt back again with another video like always. And in today's video, we're going to discuss world history, but from the right, or in this case the left point of view, the liberals, unlike that last video Spready did that had all those, non-woke, very toxic things that, that little hillbilly, yeah, you dang right, that hillbilly said it, because it's shut up. It's not your video, it's my video today. So, Spready, let's get into the rest of the video. First subject, how do liberals view history? All of history was toxic. You're dang right it was toxic, Spready. And I'll tell you why it's toxic, because, people made jokes and no one got offended and things happened and no one got offended. People live their lives and they just didn't get offended. Like, how can you live in a world where no one gets offended by anything? If you're not offended by anything, then, everything's A-okay, which is what the right will tell you it used to be, but it wasn't. I tell you, right, it wasn't. Everything was not okay. It was toxic, and it was gross, and it was toxic. And I don't need facts to back it up. I have my feelings, and my feelings are my truth. Next point of the video. Society was uncultured to... You're dang right, Spready. It was uncultured to them. They had no culture. All they had were these... caveman paintings and guys drinking at bars and, men bowling and men doing this. But what about the women, Spready? What about the women? And speaking of uncultured, how can you live in a society with just like, oh my God, no Starbucks? If there's no Starbucks, then what did you people do 100 years ago? Farm? That's toxic and woke. Why didn't you just make a Starbucks or like an internet cafe? Maybe you could have made an internet cafe if you weren't toxic or woke, because people were too busy being backwoods hillbillies, but not me. I drink at Starbucks and type my Hollywood script on a laptop like a real person should in this modern day and age. I need a chai latte. Next. Like has been said before, society was not... You're dang right, Spready, it wasn't woke. And like, I just can't... Oh my God, I just can't take it anymore. Now my voice is even cracking harder because, just thinking of the fact that, things happened 100 years ago and we weren't woke to it and not woke in like a way that's useful or beneficial to society, but woke in a way where it's like, if I was the one person out of like 10,000 people in an arena that got offended by a comedian's joke, then that whole place should just be shut down. It shouldn't be allowed to exist. Society should somehow capitulate to every person that's in existence, and if one person doesn't like it, then no one should like it, because a mean joke anywhere offends some little soy boy everywhere, and that's all there is to it. Next. Now, liberals, they talk about, how bad society was, but could they have existed? Yeah, of course we couldn't have existed 100 years ago because you guys had no technology, because you were toxic. And how am I supposed to exist in a past where, I had to, do manual labor and other mean things like that? Doing manual labor is what caused men to be, toxic men, and that, yeah, it made them be toxic. And like, how do you exist in that type of a world today? How did you exist without AC? What, you guys just were men and you were A-okay with it? No, I'm not A-okay with it. Yeah, I know I say things should have been better back in the day, but, just go on to the next part. Lastly, a lot of the liberals view society's old world views as they were just listening to myths and... Yeah, you're dang right, Spready. They were listening to their myths and fables. We listen to science. We listen to the experts out there that prove all you backwoods hillbillies myths and religions. You ain't gonna prove my religion. Oh my gosh, shut up. This is my video. This is my video this time. You guys lived in a bunch of a backwoods world with Fitz and Mabels and not myths and fables and not science. I'm so flustered, but... That's all you guys did. You just lived in a fantasy world. I don't live in a fantasy world. I live in a real world where my one opinion outweighs 1,000 opinions because I'm the most offended by everything. And the science that I don't like, I can just get rid of it because that's offend me. But you people lived in the time of fables and two genders. I live in the time of, everyone's included and there's multiple infinity genders. But that's been the Spready Roosevelt Show. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks.